Italian motorcycles. For decades, they've carried a reputation, bold designs, fire performance, and let's be honest, a hit-or-miss record when it comes to reliability. But here's the twist. Not every Italian machine fits the stereotype. In fact, some of them not only stand toe-to-toe with Japan's best, they actually outshine them, both on the road and in the garage. Today, we're taking a deep dive into 8 Italian bikes that flip the script completely. These machines prove you don't have to look east to find engineering excellence, versatility, and everyday dependability. And just wait until we hit the very top of the list. The number 1 bike is the last one you'd expect to wear the crown. So buckle up, because we're about to ride through Italy's finest. Moto Guzzi V85 TT. Let's kick things off with the Moto Guzzi V85 TT, a machine that shatters expectations. Most riders don't usually look to Italy for their adventure bikes, but this one makes you wonder why not. At the core sits a 853 cubic centimeters air-cooled transverse V-twin, pumping out 80 horsepower and 59 lb-ft of torque. On paper, it may not look like it's competing with the big names from Germany or Japan, but the magic of the V85 TT isn't about chasing raw numbers. It's about balance. It blends agility, comfort, and long-distance touring ability into one incredibly unique package. What makes it stand out is how easy it is to ride. With its shaft drive, mid-weight chassis, and relaxed ergonomics, the bike feels equally at home on winding back roads, open highways, or gravel trails. It's versatile without being intimidating, which is exactly what many riders want in a real-world adventure machine. And here's where Moto Guzzi surprises everyone: reliability. This isn't the stereotypical Italian diva that spends more time in the garage than on the road. The V85 TT has proven itself with solid build quality and dependable performance, earning praise worldwide as one of the most trustworthy Guzzis ever built. Add in modern features like ride modes, traction control, ABS, a TFT display, and cruise control, and you get a bike that feels premium without being overly complicated. The best part? The price tag. For around $11,000 to $12,000 new, and even less on the used market, you're getting a European adventure bike that undercuts the competition while holding its own in every category. The V85 TT isn't just a motorcycle, it's a statement. A reminder that Italian engineering can be both passionate and practical. For riders who want something different, something with personality and reliability, this Moto Guzzi might just be the perfect starting point. Aprilia Touareg 660. When it comes to middleweight adventure bikes, the Aprilia Touareg 660 is one of the sharpest tools in the shed. Aprilia has always been known for performance machines, and with the Touareg, they've taken that racing DNA and injected it straight into the adventure category. Under the tank sits a 659 cubic centimeters parallel twin, pushing out 80 horsepower and about 51 lb-ft of torque. Those numbers put it right in the sweet spot for this class, giving it the punch to handle highways with ease while still being manageable in tougher off-road conditions. Where the Touareg really shines is in its handling. With its 21-inch front and 18-inch rear wheels, long travel suspension, and a curb weight under 450 pounds dry, it's agile, stable, and ready for the rough stuff. Compared to some heavier rivals, it feels more nimble and confidence-inspiring off-road, which is exactly what adventure riders are looking for. Aprilia also packed in a serious electronic suite, ride modes, switchable ABS, traction control, and a bright TFT display, but managed to keep the interface intuitive and rider-friendly. It feels modern and premium, but never overwhelming. Reliability is often questioned with Italian bikes, but the Touareg is proving itself solid in real-world use. The 660 platform has already been battle-tested in Aprilia's Aris and Tuono models, and here it's tuned for durability and versatility. Price-wise, it's competitive too. At around $12,000 new, it goes toe-to-toe with Yamaha's Tenere 700 and even undercuts some European rivals. For what it offers, both on and off the road, that's impressive value. The Touareg 660 is a perfect example of how far Italian engineering has come. It's rugged, reliable, and performance-driven, all wrapped in that distinct Aprilia edge. If you want an adventure bike that's as fun on the dirt as it is on the pavement, this one deserves your attention. Ducati Multistrada V2. Ducati's Multistrada V2 is a perfect reminder that adventure touring doesn't always need brute force. Sometimes balance is the ultimate power. Positioned as the entry point into Ducati's Multistrada family, the V2 delivers the excitement of Italian performance with the comfort and practicality long-distance riders crave. At its heart is a 937 cubic centimeters Testastretta L-twin, producing 113 horsepower and 71 lb-ft of torque. Those numbers place it right in the sweet spot. More than enough for spirited highway cruising and mountain carving, yet still approachable for riders who don't need the excess of a 150 horsepower beast. The V2's brilliance lies in its versatility. With a 19-inch front wheel, long travel suspension, and Ducati's signature frame geometry, it feels equally at home navigating city streets, sweeping through twisty back roads, or carrying you comfortably across countries. It's the definition of a do-it-all touring machine. Modern tech is everywhere, but it's seamlessly integrated. Riders get cornering ABS, traction control, Ducati's riding modes, a TFT display, and optional quickshifter, all designed to make the bike smarter, safer, and smoother without overcomplicating the ride. And then there's comfort. With its adjustable windscreen, plush saddle, and refined ergonomics, the Multistrada V2 is built to eat miles with ease. Owners often report riding all day without fatigue, and that's not something you can say about every Italian bike. Price-wise, it lands around $15,000 to $17,000 new, which makes it a surprisingly accessible gateway into the premium touring segment. For what it offers, the value is undeniable. The Multistrada V2 proves that Ducati can do more than build superbikes. They can create a versatile, comfortable, and reliable touring machine without losing that fiery Italian personality. For riders who want a taste of Ducati passion in a practical, everyday adventure bike, this one nails it. Ducati Scrambler 800. Few bikes capture the spirit of freedom like the Ducati Scrambler 800. It's not built to dominate racetracks or cross continents. It's built to make every ride feel fun, stylish, and effortless. And that's exactly why it's become one of Ducati's most popular motorcycles worldwide. Power comes from an 803 cubic centimeters air-cooled L-twin, producing about 73 horsepower and 49 lb-ft of torque. It's a sweet spot, not intimidating for beginners, yet punchy enough to keep experienced riders entertained. Whether you're carving through city streets, rolling along coastal highways, or tackling light off-road trails, the Scrambler feels playful and alive. Its design is pure retro cool with modern reliability. The wide bars, upright stance, and minimalist styling nod to the Scramblers of the 1960s. But under the skin, you've got today's essentials: ABS, traction control on newer models, and a slick digital dash. Ducati also offers endless customization options, letting riders tailor the bike's look and feel to match their own personality. Lightweight and easygoing, the Scrambler 800 is also practical. Maintenance is relatively simple for an Italian bike, and ownership costs are lower compared to Ducati's high-performance machines. It's a motorcycle built for everyday life, reliable enough to be your daily ride, and stylish enough to turn heads wherever it goes. On the market, you'll find used examples starting around $6,500, while new ones typically range between $9,000 and $11,000, depending on the trim. That makes it one of the most affordable ways to get into the Ducati brand. The Scrambler 800 isn't just a bike, it's a lifestyle. It's about pure riding joy, freedom of the open road, and the kind of charm that never goes out of style. Simple, reliable, and endlessly cool, is a Ducati that just about anyone can enjoy. Ducati Hypermotored 950. Some bikes are built for touring, some for commuting, and then there's the Ducati Hypermotored 950, a machine designed for pure adrenaline. It's wild, playful, and borderline reckless in the best way possible. Think of it as a supermoto turned up to 11, with Ducati's racing DNA coursing through its veins. At its core is a 937 cubic centimeters Testastretta 11 degrees L-twin, producing 114 horsepower and 71 lb-ft of torque. On a lightweight chassis with upright ergonomics and wide handlebars, that power translates to explosive acceleration, razor-sharp handling, and wheelies on demand. It's not trying to be practical. It's trying to make you grin from ear to ear every time you twist the throttle. The Hypermotor's design screams attitude. Minimal bodywork, aggressive stance, high-mounted exhaust, and motocross-inspired ergonomics make it look as rowdy as it feels. This is the kind of bike that turns heads at every stoplight, even before you fire it up. But don't mistake the chaos for carelessness. Ducati packed it with modern tech to keep things under control. You get cornering ABS, traction control, wheelie control, multiple ride modes, and a full TFT dash. That means you can push the limits while still having a safety net when you need it. While comfort isn't its strongest suit, long highway stretches aren't what it was built for. The Hypermotor thrives in urban streets and twisty back roads. It's light, responsive, and ridiculously fun in tight spaces where other bikes feel clumsy. Pricing lands around $14,000 new, with used models floating between $9,000 and $12,000, depending on condition. For what it delivers, unmatched fun factor and raw Italian personality, riders consider it worth every penny. The Hypermotor 950 is proof that not every motorcycle needs to be sensible. Sometimes, a bike's only job is to thrill you, challenge you, and make every ride unforgettable. And in that role, few machines do it better.